First of all, the Suns are going to win.
Can't not pick us.
I'm gonna go with the team in Minnesota.
With the Spurs, no brainer.
For the Warriors, of course, we're going.
I mean, I got us, obviously.
Hopefully, I made good decisions.
Let's start in West Group A.
Probably say Phoenix just because they probably have the highest upside this year, but that's a tough group.
Moving on to Group B.
I have to go with Dallas just because there's a little family battle there.
On Friday, November 3rd, the first ever in-season tournament got underway. The championship will take place on Saturday, December 9. T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas will host the championship and semifinals on Thursday, December 7. Group play and knockout rounds are the two phases of the in-season tournament. Based on their win-loss record from 2022 to 23 regular season, all 30 clubs were randomly assigned to groups of 5 within their conference. Every team will play 4 official group play games on tournament nights starting on Tuesday, November 28 and lasting through November 3. Each club will play 2 games at home and 2 away, one against each opponent in its group. 8 teams, 2 wild cards, the club from each conference with the best record in group play games that plays second in its group, and the team with the best standing in group play games in each of the 6 groups will move on to knockout rounds. Single elimination games will be used for the knockout rounds, which will take place in the NBA franchise market on Monday, December 4 and Tuesday, December 5. Semifinals and championship, the NBA Cup, the new in-season tournament trophy, and a prize fund will be up for grabs for the qualifying clubs. Except for the championship, all 67 from both in-season tournament stages will be used to determine their regular season rankings. In the 2023 to 2024 season, all 82 regular season games for each team, including those in-group play, and the knockout rounds will be played. Players on the team that compete in the knockout rounds will get a portion of the in-season tournament prize pool for the 2023-2024 season, with the amount of the prize pool growing based on the team's level of tournament advancement. The NBA will announce the all-tournament team and for the most valuable player in tournament following the end of the in-season tournament. The players' performances in both the group play and knockout rounds will determine who gets chosen. The first NBA in-season tournament is proceeding well, and now that the group round is concluded, we can look forward to the knockout stages where 8 teams are in the running to win the NBA Cup. Here's the bracket for the knockout stage. To quickly review how we got here, the Boston Celtics, plus 27, advanced over the Orlando Magic, plus 22, and Brooklyn Nets, plus 20, because 6 of the 8 teams that progressed did so after winning their cup by either having the best record or the highest point differential. Having the greatest point difference among the remaining teams, the Phoenix Suns and the New York Knicks were awarded wildcard positions. The inaugural NBA season tournament will take place during November 3rd and culminate in a championship game in Las Vegas on December 9. The victorious club will get a $500,000 salary cap. The official in-season schedule was released by the league. It entails 4 group stage games for each of the 30 clubs, with the records of these games being recorded for tournament seasons. The top 4 teams proceeded to the knockout stage, which will take place in Las Vegas, together with 6 group winners and 1 wildcard team from each conference. You can find all the information here. It's not typical for the NBA to announce a championship in December, but this season is different. 22 teams were ousted from the NBA's first ever in-season tournament following an exciting group phase. Each teams are left to compete for a chance to win the NBA Cup and some cash in the knockout rounds of competition. Which squad will win in the end? Who will win the in-season tournament MVP award? And what is the one thing you really need to watch out for? The NBA gurus from Sporting News revealed their predictions for the in-season tournament before the start of the quarterfinals. It will be a single elimination competition with the 8 remaining teams being grouped into brackets according to their finishes. The tournament will conclude in Las Vegas with the semifinals and championship game. If this midseason tournament has taught us anything, it's that the unexpected is most likely to happen. The Los Angeles Lakers and Milwaukee Bucks, the 2 teams that finished first in each conference, look like the sensible matchup for the championship game on December 9. According to Steve Auschberner, the Lakers will win. The Lakers look capable of winning this week because it is brief, fast, straightforward, and focused. Everything they need right now. LeBron James, at 38, finds the regular season to be too lengthy and extensive. Plus, it hasn't always been simple to keep Anthony Davis engaged. However, capturing the NBA Cup in 3 games, close to home in Las Vegas, and taking home a speedy $500,000 is a short obstacle that may give this team's season a boost. Boston is a second choice since the Celtics are the league's most skilled team. Celtics, as Brian Martin puts it, though it would be easy to choose the Lakers-Celtics championship game and write another chapter in the most legendary rivalry in the league with that outcome. I have the Kings facing the Celtics after they come out of the West. On the last night of the group play, both teams performed admirably. Boston won their group by the point differential required, while Sacramento came back to win the game handily and earn a berth in the tournament without dropping a single. Boston has the advantage in the postseason experience, and the NBA Cup victory might signal the arrival of another title in June. Sean Powell adds, Celticsons. Whoever's most suited to win now rather than necessarily in June for that other title should prevail in the closing stages of the competition. And more than anybody else on the pitch, that characterizes the Celtics. The Celtics, unlike the Pacers, Knicks, and Kings, are neither ascending nor content with their current status. They have Jason Tatum, a possible MVP, and a wealth of capable, experienced personnel. Another motive is that the team hasn't really won a significant title. Celtics, according to John Schumann, although it's difficult to choose against a club that has outscored the other 7 teams in the quarterfinals by 3.7 points per 100 possessions, I'd like to be the contrarian. Boston will rely a lot on its excellent starting 5, even without Kristaps Porzingis. They're obviously taking this seriously, so it shouldn't come as a surprise if they are up really early in Indiana. They have the biggest scoring differential of any club in a quarter, outplaying their opponents by 25.9 points per 100 possessions in the first quarter. Ryan Michael C. says, Celtics, all the teams in the quarterfinals have enough potential to win the event and send each player home with an additional $500,000. It all boils down to a feeling of urgency. No duo is now playing better than Devin Booker and Kevin Durant, according to Bodkin. However, the Celtics have many bodies to throw at Durant, much as they had when Booker was a member of the Nets, and they are too strong offensively to let Booker have an easy day. Boston is obviously committed to winning this tournament, as they have been on top all season. Please give the Celtics to me. Herbert claims, this was supposed to be an unpredictable tournament, and here I am making predictions. I'm going with the Pacers since it would be against the spirit of the whole thing to just choose the greatest team. They are historically effective, lightning quick, and in a win-or-go-home scenario, a little scary. Tyrese Halliburton going to Vegas and blowing up everyone who stands in his way of the winning cup is a notion that appeals to me. In their group play matchup with the Bulls, Coach Joe Mazzulla and the Celtics demonstrated that. Knowing the regulations and how to break ties, Mazzulla devised a plan to steal points from Andre Drummond in order to increase the point differential. By winning the tiebreaker against Orlando and Brooklyn, he advanced to the knockout rounds. Though unpopular, Boston was prepared. With maybe the best roster in the NBA, the Celtics will just work harder than anybody else. Basketball fans and bettors are looking forward to the Kings vs. Pacers or Kings vs. Celtics matchup as this in-season tournament final draws near. The underdog narratives of Sacramento and Indiana gives the finals' outcome a degree of unpredictable twist. With odds of plus 300 for the NBA in-season tournament and plus 375 for the NBA championship in 2023-2024, the Boston Celtics are now the favorites to win both events. They did, however, have a near miss in the tournament's quarterfinals. The Milwaukee Bucks, the 2021 NBA champions, are now settling in their routine after a disappointing start to the season. From a 5-4 start to the 2023-24 season, they have won 8 of the 9 last games. They have had some of their most impressive offensive performances in NBA in-season tournament contests. That's all, guys. Who do you think will win? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to our channel for more info.